Trump and House Republicans rolled out their highly publicized tax plan. It's the largest rewrite of the tax code in a generation, affecting every family in America. Ryan Kruger is breaking down how and what that means for you.
President Donald Trump recently said that your accountant is going to hate this tax plan because it'll be so easy to file your taxes. Well, after pouring through more than 400 pages, I had to go to an accountant myself to make sense of this all. So here's the biggest takeaway. Now, for years, we've known that our salaries fall into one of 7 tax brackets, and that's the tax rate that we pay. This new plan throws that all out the window. Now only 4 tax brackets. So we called Chris Smith with Chris Smith and Associates. We asked him, let's say a family brings in 100 grand a year. Each, the husband and wife, make 50 grand a year. How much money can they expect to get back next year?
They're actually seeing some tax savings there. The numbers I ran real roughly was about $3,000.
You probably need to look at your salary closely and see where it lines up to find out if you're going to benefit or if you're going to maybe pay a little extra.
Absolutely, absolutely, because all the ranges have changed dramatically.
Now, Republicans say the average family is going to get back about $1,200 a year. But folks, let's be real. Some of you are going to be paying higher taxes. Let me show you what I mean. Right on the top, that's the salaries for the current tax code. On the bottom, the proposed plan. Notice how that 35% bracket just explodes. So let's say you make more than 200 grand, but less than $500,000. Well, then suddenly you're going to be paying an extra 2% on your taxes. The biggest winners here are those higher incomes, because now there are significantly fewer people paying that highest tax rate. Businesses will also see their corporate taxes slashed. And I got some bad news for you. You're no longer going to be able to deduct your state income taxes. Now, that's not a huge deal here in Georgia, where they're relatively low, but when you consider the sky-high taxes that people pay in New York, Illinois, and California, that can be bad news for those folks. And remember when we said that filing your taxes will be easier? Well, many of you won't have to count up every expense for that itemized deduction, because they're actually going to double the standard deduction. So it might be easier to file your taxes if this plan passes, but don't expect accountants to be closing up shop anytime soon.
All right, thanks, Ryan. You know, the White House wants to have the plan passed before the end of the year. Lawmakers will start debating it as early as next week, but the big question still out there is, where's all the money going to come from?